If you're given an example like this, they would give you the equation that you need to use. So it's not written here off to the side, it's written on the other question, but I'll add it in, 101.3, 0.88 to the exponent h. And they tell you that P is pressure in kilopascals, and h is height measured in kilometers. Now this question is asking and telling you that if the cabin pressure in an airplane is less than 70 kilopascals, you can suffer from altitude sickness. Has anyone in here ever suffered from altitude sickness? No. It's not very, I've had it a couple times. Okay? What is altitude sickness? It means you are going up higher and higher and higher. And as you go up higher, oxygen levels get less. And if your body isn't used to having less oxygen, it starts to freak out. And so you get like sick. You get like a fever, you get chills. Happened to me, I was on a bus going up a mountain, a very big mountain, because we were going up quite a lot. And in the middle of the night on this bus, I woke up, I was sweating, I was kind of like hyperventilating a little bit because my body was saying, you're not getting enough oxygen. You should want more oxygen. What can you do when you don't have enough oxygen and you're up in the high altitude? You can't do anything. You're not going to get more oxygen that's there, and you sort of have to wait it out, and there's some medications that you can take. This was when I lived in South America, in Bolivia, and the Andes Mountains in South America are extremely high. So I was traveling from a city lower down by bus up to a higher level city, okay? And I suffered altitude sickness. Another time I traveled to that same city, I went by plane, and in the airport, because this airport in La Paz is the highest international airport in the world. The airport itself is 4,000 meters above sea level. To put that into perspective, there's like maybe 1 or 2 mountain peaks in all of Canada that are higher than that. Most of the mountains in Canada are lower than that, and this is where the airport is. And it's not, La Paz's airport, it's not like you're imagining a mountain peak pointy like that and landing an airplane on it. No, the mountains, the Andes Mountains at the very top are very flat. So you're not landing on a mountain peak, but you are landing 4,000 meters above sea level. And in the airport, they have an altitude sickness bay, because they're like, hey, welcome here. Come off the plane, get sick, come. And they actually made new rules for international soccer, because Bolivia would be like, hey, you have to play us. We're going to play La Paz so that you guys all get sick and can't breathe when you're, Brazil's coming. That's our only chance of winning. That's what we're going to try to do. So for this question, if the height is 70, you can suffer from altitude sickness. Again, 0.88 isn't on our powers chart. The best that we can do is go to our graphing calculator or Desmos and type this in to solve. So I'm going to go back to Desmos. I'm going to change this to 70. And again, once I've changed my values, now I don't see anything on my window again. So I'm going to click on the tool button, and I'm going to need to see up to 100, but my smaller value should be less. There we go. And sure enough, I see it. I can click on one. 2.891 is where they intersect. So H equals 2.891 kilometers. And it's no, like, that's 2,890 meters, not kilometers. 2,890 meters. The airport in La Paz is at 4,000 meters. If you can already suffer altitude sickness at 3,000 meters, it's not surprising that they have an altitude sickness bay up at the airport at 4,000 meters. Question for practice on this one.